Well, hello, Braveheart. Welcome to another session of stretching and strengthening with me. I'm ZGALA, aka Auntie Angel, and man, I'm feeling happy. I'm feeling tired, but I'm feeling happy because I just solved a problem in my front bathroom, a little drip that's been going on for, I don't know, like a lot of years. And I've tried a lot of things. And then I just found a simple solution. Don't you love it when that happens? I really love it when that happens. Anyway, before I get to bed, I'm gonna do a little stretching because I'm stiff. I've been working all day. It's a good day though. It's a good day when you can work all day and get to that satisfying end where everything goes your way, isn't it? Doesn't always happen that way. But when it does, you gotta take a moment and just appreciate it. I got stuff and things encroaching on all my areas. It's all right though. Let's start with some shoulder shrugs. I'm gonna come down here so I can see myself and maybe you can see me. And we'll do some shoulder shrugs together. Sound good? Let go of some stress. Let go of the past like it was yesterday. Make room for stresses of tomorrow, as I like to say. And there's probably plenty coming. Let's do a few of those. Just breathe in and shrug your shoulders up. You can bring your fingers up to clench your toes and pull up the pelvic floor if you want to get fancy, and then breathe in a little more, hold, and then just let the arms swing. Don't forget to breathe and smile, whatever else you're doing. Let's do a couple more of those. Breathing in, tensing up, breathing in a little more, and then just letting it go. And one more. Breathing in, tensing, holding. I like to encourage you to make different kinds of sigh noises. Try them out. See what you like. See what feels right in your body right now. It's probably going to vary. It does for me. While I'm thinking of it, like and subscribe, and also want to encourage you to get more curious about your body. Get more courageous about trying new things and get more fit so you can be more free. That's one of my main mottos on this channel. I am going to be branching into some other practical healing stuff. I've been doing this yoga stuff for a while, and I love doing it for you because it helps me do it for me. And I am probably still going to keep doing that, but hopefully I'm going to be adding back some maybe even back to the podcasting that has been set aside for about 2 years. So stay tuned for that. You never know what you're going to get. And if you do subscribe and like, then you're more likely to see what's going on around here. In case you hadn't put it together, I'm pretty silly. I like to do things freestyle, as they call it. And now that we did a few shoulder shrugs, let's get back over here to some free arm swinging and a little full body stretching. I'm just going to go through a freestyle sun salutation routine. I think that's what I like to do when I can't think of a better idea. So let's start by rooting into the center of the earth, relaxing the bottoms of the feet, checking in with the alignment, making sure your hips are over your ankles and your shoulders are over your hips. And your ears are pushed back a little over your shoulders, so the back of your neck's nice and long. And then let's step back with the left foot first into a moderate lunge and pull that back hip forward. Pull your forward hip back a little. So you're looking for a perpendicular line with the pelvis and parallel lines with the feet. There's a lot of P's. Let's bring the arms up and down in front and then roll these shoulders down and back and bring sharp focus onto those fingertips. And then I like to alternate with what I call soft eyes, gazing out at the horizon or the imaginary horizon, pushing back into that back heel, checking that your front toe is visible in front of your front knee there. Try not to fall over while doing all that. Sharp focus back on the fingertips. And again, soft eyes, noticing the peripheral view, gazing out at the horizon. And then one more time, sharp focus on the fingertips. And now let's shift that back heel onto the perpendicular line, opening the hips and keeping that focus on the fingertips. Let's watch that one as it arcs across the top of the body. It's good for the balance and the focus. And then check in again with the alignment, trying to even things out. Just enjoying that open hip sensation. You're going to be moving your knee toward the wall behind. Your heels should be on relatively the same line now, if you're lined up. And then let's slide that back foot out and bend from the hips, coming down into a side twisting triangle. Bring your right hand down on the inside of your right leg, so the same side. And then lift your left arm, gaze up past those fingertips. Doesn't really matter which side you start on. I try to always start on the left so I can keep track, but the object of the game is to do the same thing or relatively the same thing on both sides. Keep it even, Steven, as they say. Let's bring this hand around the back for a little twist. You can reach for anywhere on the back, or if you can, grab that other thigh behind you. And then get the neck involved by looking out past that long leg. I had a good day at middle school today. I skipped middle school when I was middle school age, so it's kind of an interesting twist of fate, a little bit of irony that I'm in middle school doing some substitute teaching. Let's bring this hand around on the inside of that front foot and shift onto the back toe. Bring weight onto both your hands and get into a little deeper lunge here before bringing that front foot back to meet the back foot. Your fingers should be nice and wide, palms are strong, and push the hips back toward the wall behind you. Press down in those heels. Press your heart toward the center of the earth. Tip your tailbone toward the back of the head. Well, that should give you a nice stretch through the front and the back, and through the front of the upper body and the back of the lower body, something like that. I'm going to try to relax the belly, push those hips back a little more. This is called Adho Mukha Asana, or downward facing dog. In the yoga section, let's bend the right knee and push more into that left heel a little bit. And then bend the left knee and push more into the right. Now let's do that a couple more times, pushing more into the left, pushing more into the right. More time, push into the left, push into the right, and push back into both heels again. Pushing those hips back, pushing the heart down, keeping your ears in line with your elbows about. Nice long line from the fingertips out the tailbone, tipping the tailbone toward the back of the head. And let's step forward with that left foot, same one you started with. In between the hands this time for a nice deep lunge. Let's bring that back foot forward just enough till you can shift back onto that heel and straighten the front leg. Aim your chin for your toes, nice long line with the upper body over the lower body. Relax the belly if you can, really get deep into that. You can alternate knee for, or nose for knee and chin for toes. Still pulling that front hip back and the back hip forward a little bit, squaring the hips. And again, knee to nose or nose to knee. And chin to toes. And now let's step forward with that back foot, coming into a forward fold. And just hang here. Release the belly, release the back, release the head and neck. Push the guitar out of the way if you need to. Now let's bend the knees, swing the arms back, coming up into a counter stretch. Lift your eyes, your chest, your arms to the sky. Push the pelvis forward a little bit. And bring your hands up overhead. Bring them down in front. Roll your shoulders down and back. And again, check in with the alignment. This is called Tadasana or mountain pose. And then let's step back with the other foot. Stepping back on the right into, again, a moderate lunge. Again, pull the hips forward, hip back, back hip forward. So you're looking for a perpendicular line. Pressing into that back heel. Feet should be on relatively parallel lines. Wide enough apart that you're not falling over like my body's threatening to do a little bit. Not really, just hinting at it. Let's bring the arms down in front and roll those shoulders down and back. And again, sharp focus on the fingertips. Check in with that knee that you can still see your toes and adjust accordingly. And then soft eyes out at the horizon or the imaginary horizon, noticing your peripheral view. And then again, sharp focus on your fingertips. And soft eyes, noticing the peripheral view, gazing far away. And then again, sharp focus on your fingertips. And now let's shift that back heel onto the same line as your front foot is, and keep your focus on that finger as you arch across the body. And checking in with the alignment, exploring the side plane here. This knee is aiming toward the wall behind. The hips are opening. Don't forget to breathe and smile all the while. And then let's slide that back foot out a little, bend from the hip, and come down into a side twisting triangle with the left arm and leg against each other for torque and support, and looking up past those right fingertips. Nice and strong. Make sure you're not collapsing into that in the arm or the leg. Again, I use them against each other for a little pressing against each other. And now let's bring this hand around the back. You can grab anywhere that your arm ends up, but if you can, see if you can grab that opposite thigh and then look out past that long leg. Giving all the organs a little squeeze, a little hug, a little wringing out. And then let's bring this hand around the front again. Shift onto that back toe and bring your hands on the inside of that front foot for a nice deep lunge there. You can even bend the elbows a little to get a little deeper into that if it feels good. And then fingers wide, palms real strong. Bring that front foot back to meet the back foot and press the hips back toward the wall behind you. Press down in the heels. Press your heart toward the center of the earth. Tip your tailbone a little bit toward the back of your head, if you can. Imagine that. Let's bring the body forward into a cobra, either through chaturanga or plank pose. And then drop your hips, keep your shoulders and eyes lifted. Drop the knees, let go of the feet, and just stretch the front of the body from the pelvic bone all the way up to the chin, aiming your chin up to the sky. Could add some tongue stretch. Again, just really relaxing the belly, but not collapsing in those shoulders. You're going to be lifting up, lifting the eyes. Nice stretch through the front of the body. If you can, relax the back, relax the belly. If your low back bugs you, then lessen that a little bit. And also you can try keeping some tension in your butt muscles, and that can help protect the low back. Let's look over the left shoulder for a little extra stretch on the right. A little twist, and then back to center. Chin towards sky, and then over the right shoulder. back to center, chin to sky. And then tuck the toes under, lift the hips again, and push back. Pushing the hips toward the wall behind you, pressing down in the heels. I'm going to add a little Uttana Shishosana, or extended puppy pose, coming down to the knees and walking the fingertips out in front, bringing your forehead toward the floor. The lower body should stay at about a 90-degree angle, activated, and then if you can get your forehead to the floor and stretch those arms out, makes for a nice passive stretch in the upper body. Just I like to relax here a little bit. It stretches the shoulders and chest in a nice way that I enjoy. This is again Uttana Shishosana, which is fun to say, or extended puppy pose. And after a few breaths there, let's activate those hands and start walking them back. Walk the hands back till you're under the shoulders, knees under the hips, and let's do some cat-cow breathing, which is coming up into Marjariyasana, or cat, pulling up in the abdomen, tucking the tailbone, tucking the chin, pressing through the shoulder blades, rounding the spine from front to back, and from back to front, or side to side, and back to front. And then take a deep breath and breathe into the belly and lift the chin and the chest, lift the tailbone toward the back of the head. That's called Bitilasana, or cow. And let's do that with the breath a few times. So exhaling, pulling up in the abdomen, rounding the spine. Like a cat, pressing through the shoulders. Breathing in, lifting the chest and the eyes and the tailbone. Breathing into the belly, and come back to neutral, tabletop, and tuck the toes under, lift the knees, lift the hips, and press back again into downward facing dog, or Adho Mukha Asana. Relaxing the belly, pressing the chest down, pushing into the heels, pushing the hips back, tipping the tailbone a little bit up, even if it's just in your mind. And then let's step forward in between the hands with that right foot that we stepped back with a while ago, into a nice deep lunge on that side. You can press into that back heel, just straightening that long leg, and then pull that back toe forward so you can press down in the heel, straighten your front leg, and again, aim your chin for your toes. You want to be pulling those hips onto the square line. So front hip back, back hip forward. And let's alternate nose to knee and chin to toes. Still breathing and smiling. Nose to knee and chin to toes. Nose to knee one more time. Chin to toes, nice and long. And now step forward with that back foot. Come into a forward fold. Just hang here again. Let gravity do some unwinding. Do a little shaking out. Sometimes it feels good to hang on to your hair. Put your hands in your hair and just add, don't yank on your neck, but just add a slight bit of traction there. Help stretch out the neck and the spine. Just give it a couple breaths to really relax. Relax your belly, relax your back, relax your arms, relax your mind. And let's push from the center of the earth through the bottoms of the feet, nice and relaxed. Starting at the tailbone, just let your arms hang and come up nice and slow, one vertebrae at a time. Just checking in with the spine all the way back to upright. Let's bring the arms up overhead, maybe do a little counter stretch here, pushing the hips forward, lifting the eyes and the chest and the palms to the sky. And then bring everything back into the center line. Bring the arms down in front, roll your shoulders down and back. Maybe shake out the knees and the hips and the shoulders. Just enjoy a little checking in with the alignment. Nice and long through the back of the neck. I'm bringing my clap snaps back. Feeling stronger, feeling more capable, feeling more in flow. Boy, I'm happy to say that. Sometimes you get injured or ill and you don't know if you're ever coming back. But I'm back, coming back. Nobody getting any younger around here, but still, I'm feeling much, much better than I have lately. So, yay. If you're feeling better, put your hands in the air, turn your hands around, pat yourself on the back. Hey, and don't forget to like and subscribe. It really does help me out a lot, and it'll help you see more of me. So I hope that you do. Whether you do or you don't, I hope that you will love yourself a little more because you're worth it. Remember that you are enough exactly as you are, and also you can do more than you think. So get more courageous, get more curious, get more fit, and get more free. Till next time, I'll be seeing ya. Ciao for now. Peace.